Hi, my name is Max Dyke, and welcome to my book talk on Not a Fan by Kyle Eidelman. The short summary from Not a Fan is Kyle Eidelman preaches the hard truth about being a fan of Jesus versus being a true, devout follower. He provides changes you can make in your life to move from being a fan to a follower. The first quote that really stuck out to me was, "Instead of identifying myself as a follower because I know about Jesus, I understand that I am a follower because I know Jesus." This quote explains that actually being a true follower of Jesus is not only knowing information about Jesus and knowing verses from the Bible, but it's about truly knowing Jesus as you know yourself or as you know a good friend. To be a true follower, Kyle Eidelman says that you have to know and understand Jesus with so much more intimacy than just knowing facts and statistics about him. You have to make the decision in your own heart to know and follow Jesus to truly be a follower. The second quote that stuck out to me was, "And Jesus makes it clear, if you follow him, he is to be your one and only. You are so committed to him that by comparison you hate everyone else." In this quote, Kyle explains that if you're going to have a true relationship with Jesus, he needs to be your number one priority. You have to put him so far ahead and first that in comparison it looks like you hate everyone else. He relates this to a marriage in saying that you don't tell your spouse that you will love them for the rest of your life as long as you're able to see other people. It doesn't work like that. If you're going to have a true relationship or a marriage with Jesus, he needs to be your first priority over everybody. The four big ideas that I picked up on this novel is devotion, self-control or discipline, intimacy, and self-discovery. For devotion, you have to have a devotion to God and not giving up on him or yourself. You have to be 100% committed. For self-discipline, you have to have the discipline to keep going even when things are tough, which they will be. For intimacy, you need to have an intimate relationship with God for it to be a true, real relationship. For self-discovery, you need to look into yourself to see where you can improve to further yourself on the journey towards God. One of the first major themes that I pulled from this book is that you have to take up your cross or block harmful and negative thoughts out of your mind if you want to become closer with God. Eidelman explains many times throughout the novel that any negative or anti-God thoughts that go through your mind should be blocked out. You have to have a constant guard up in your mind, pushing away the negative thoughts that your heart deems wrong. The second major theme that really stuck out to me was that you have to suffer for a greater purpose, or go through some bad to ultimately achieve what's good. Eidelman says that on your journey to accepting and loving God, you are going to have to give things up, and you're going to have to suffer. But it's all to meet him in the afterlife and rejoice with him for eternity. My review on this book is that I think it's amazing to read for everybody because it gives such a completely different perspective on following God than many other books or people would give you. It doesn't just try to sell you Jesus. It gives you the hard truth to becoming a true follower, which is hard to take in at first, but it really makes you think that what you could do better in your life or for your journey towards God. I believe anybody should read this book, but especially people who are struggling with anything in their life should really check this book out. Two other books that I believe, if you like this book, you should read is The Case for a Creator and The Case for Christ. They both give amazing scientific insight helping prove that God and Christ are real. These books are great for anybody to read, but are specifically tailored to anyone who is struggling with the concept of believing in God or Christ. I remember when I struggled with the concept, these books helped me a lot along through the process. And that concludes my book talk on Not a Fan by Kyle Eidelman. Thank you so much for joining me.